Well, what up, what up? Welcome to the Tuesday KVJ After the Show podcast. Brought to you by Bud's Chicken and Seafood.
Woo, I love me some buds.
Try the cod. The cod will rock your bod. That's the new slogan for Bud's.
The cod will rock your butt.
Talked to Philip. He approved it. He loves it. We're gonna roll that whole thing out. You're gonna see it on the billboard signs now. That cod will rock your bod.
Jackie sent an email. She said, I have to admit, I'd never had eaten at Bud's before until Saturday at the beach cleanup, and I'm totally impressed and we'll be eating there in the near future. Bird sauce pretty good too.
I wonder who that was, because I probably was eating with him.
Yeah. That's Jackie.
We had a cozy little picnic area. Not everyone could find the pavilion, as I said yesterday.
I looked for it for 20 minutes.
I know, God, I know. It's just been
I walked around. I'm like, Jay-Bird, where are you? I'm at the pavilion. I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't help me.
Okay, I don't think I said it quite like that, but you're right, I probably did. I was flustered, but I was trying to act like I wasn't flustered.
Jason was in charge.
Yeah.
And shit hit the fan. And it's a bad place to be when you're in charge and you can't get it done right.
Well, it wasn't,
people are in your way.
It wasn't my fault.
It wasn't your fault.
I had it confirmed from our people. Oh, yeah, no problem. Bring Buds. It won't be an issue. I get there. There's food trucks. They're fucking pissed. I'm like, oh, shit. Now we're in a food war.
Yeah, it smelled like it was going to be contentious. I was like, because I think I whispered to Virginia, I'm like, are we allowed to have this stuff? She's like, oh, no, it's all good. It's approved. And I guess
Jason
it was.
ran it by Beth, but I guess.
Yeah.
I got the emails. I got them timestamped. I'll gladly say it's my fault. That's fine. Whatever.
It's not your fault.
No,
though.
it's not. It's just,
But Kevin, I heard Kevin's comment. He's like, I don't know, they got food truck. And everyone ignored it. And then I had to go up to Kevin and go, hey, there's an issue with Bud. Yeah, I kind of saw that. You smell these things out. Like, I know.
He really did go to Beth, though.
No,
I did.
I hear you. Okay. Yeah. Well, now you know.
The blood is not on your hands. The bird sauce is not on your hands.
But he's right that when there are food trucks and they're set there, they do not like when you bring other food. Even if you're picnicking, they don't like it. Because that's how they're making the money.
Livelihood, yeah.
Well,
they want hungry people.
We were there from early in the morning cleaning that beach. I didn't see any of those food trucks out there cleaning no beach.
Virginia's making some sense.
Quit your bitching.
The lady at the park that could have been nicer. Well, you could tell she was going through it too with her boss.
She better. Clean a beach.
She was sweet as pumpkin pie.
We just want to feed our people that clean the beach for free.
This is the longest Bud's commercial, by the way.
Food trucks needs to simmer down.
A lot of people commenting on whether or not you should leave up a Christmas tree year-round. It was our KVJ court today.
People are pissed, Kevin.
I know, yeah. Very passionate.
It's the dumbest things.
Well, it is. I hear you. And, I think some people right now, I think the poll was 70% in his favor and 30% in her favor. I think the reason why she was losing out is not so much the concept of I've got a Christmas tree up year-round. I put up different decorations on it. I think it was just the fact that he was saying, hey, look, like for me, I noticed this last Christmas wasn't as special to me, and I gave it a shot. I gave it a fair shot. I gave it a year. I'm 15 months into this, and I'd like to get my Christmases back. For me, it's just not something I can ride, and she seemed like she was a little intolerant to that.
People didn't like her approach. But the thing I heard, I see what people are saying. She got on the air. She wanted to give him the business because she's on the air. I guarantee you they've had talks before. I think he's still being a bit of a pussy.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to say, I don't like it. Would you take it down? She's like, I'm not taking it down. So he's like, they round up from one of those fights like I do with the Queen, where I'm like, well, then just bring it to the airwaves then, because we're getting nowhere.
It's so crazy. People really fight about stuff like you can't put the beer sign up here because like that really happens. I've seen it happen in relationships.
Sure they do. I mean, that's part of being in a relationship. It's always the give and take. Some people, when you got to say, okay, what are your serious boundaries? And that's why some people it's always about meeting in the middle, and you got to say, okay, here's maybe 3 things where it's like I can't compromise on and respect that.
Compromise, Bird.
No, I am all about compromising, but how do we know on that scenario she's done like 11 different things for him, she's compromised all this stuff, and this is the one thing she wants, and he's just being a dick about it? We don't know that.
Well, she had her time to mention it.
She blew it.
Yeah. If that's the case, she blew it. All I heard was somebody that wanted to have hey, if you want to have a tree up year-round, that's all good for you, but if you got a guy that's in your house and this is your partner and he's like, hey, and it sounded like he gave it a fair shot. And he's like, oh, and it just, Christmas wasn't as special to me. Then, you may be like, okay, what else can I do? But people send in photos of how they do it as well. So it's not just her. There's somebody their Christmas tree or Valentine's tree. That's
love
from
it.
Amy.
I just don't get how that could get somebody upset.
I
There
just
it
left
is. Is
my
a St. Patty's tree.
Beautiful.
I left my sister's house a few days ago in New Orleans. They turned their Christmas tree into a Mardi Gras tree.
Love it.
Yeah, I'd kind of heard that some people do that a lot in New Orleans.
It's fun.
It's
yeah,
fun.
people left that comment.
Maybe that's just what it is. I see it as the girl having fun and him pissing on her fun parade. That's the way I see it.
And I think the compromise was saying, hey, go on ahead and put up all kinds of decorations. Just don't have the tree. The tree, for me, I have to rope that around and save it just for Christmas. You know, I'm all for you decorating for St. Patty's. Just don't do it with the tree, because for me, tree means Christmas, and when it's up year round, then it doesn't feel special. Brooke from West Palm said, I do the same thing starting this year. Here's my tree, and my boyfriend loves it. The difference is, in this story, her boyfriend loves it. There's her Valentine's Day tree, and top part got chopped a little bit, but that's her Easter tree.
Oh, that's a cute tree. It's got like little carrots and eggs on it.
Yeah. So you can do it. Just want to get both people on the same page and have at it. Got a couple emails and some comments. This from Corinne said, I just heard you on the radio talking about the arrest of 99 people in Port St. Lucie. That was in conjunction with the Okeechobee Music Festival.
Oh.
They arrested those 99 kids on the way to the show, as well as issued, I think, 245 mornings, and a bunch of those were felony charges and things like that. But I mean, come on, let the kids have some fun. We don't need to have the hard drugs there, but a little pot isn't going to hurt you. Just wanted to clarify that, and I think that's actually a great topic to talk about on your show.
This was which one are they talking about with the pot?
99 people got arrested.
There was heroin, there was cocaine, there was LSD, there was all kind of stuff. It wasn't just pot.
Oh, yeah, no, she says that. Yeah, it's she said there were a bunch of felony charges. I mean, come on, let the kids have some fun. We don't need to have the hard drugs there.
Wait, what? They got
No,
heroin?
she's saying we don't need to have the hard drugs there, but a little pot isn't going to hurt you.
Yeah, but I mean, they had a lot of other, like they had heroin.
Yeah.
It wasn't just pot,
She's
though.
saying that they also plugged him for the pot. And it's like, come on, let them go to the show for the pot, not a big deal. I get if they got Molly and cocaine and all that kind of stuff, LSD, you got to arrest them. It's got to be a felony charge. But I think her thing is like, if a kid's going to a concert with pot, let him go to the concert with the pot.
Yeah, no one's debating that. But that
that's
has
not what happened.
that has nothing to do with what the story is.
What she's trying to say is they arrested all of them.
Yeah, but they were all part of the drug ring, though. They all were part of the ecstasy, the heroin.
I think were they separate arrests? There was just 99 in total?
That's what it said. That's what I thought the article said.
Or were they all in collusion together? Was 99 people on the same page, or was it just 99 people that got stopped on the way there?
Great question.
That's what I thought the story was.
I mean, to bust 99 people at once is going to be a little tricky.
Well, I thought it was a drug ring kind of a thing where they busted everybody together, that they were all in cahoots. I'm wrong a lot, though. But I agree with the woman. If someone's got pot and they're of age,
99 arrests and 2-day crackdown on highway drugs in St. Lucie County.
Maybe people coming in and out of the festival.
They said it was a 2-day crackdown on drugs. Yeah, that led to the arrest of 99 people. So it sounds like, they weren't all on the same page. It was just in the 2 days going to the Okeechobee Music Fest, 99 people got popped with different drugs. 19 arrests at the Israel's Festival is down from last year.
So are they really going to start cracking down on pot big time again?
No, this is just, I think all the story is about is it was people going to and from the festival. So they knew that people were probably going to be cruising in with drugs, and they were stopping a lot of people on the way in and out of the Okeechobee Music Festival, and they were busing in with all kinds of drugs.
People are bringing heroin to a concert?
Heroin's big now.
But I mean, to a concert?
Yeah, absolutely.
So why, you can lay on the ground?
I don't know. I don't know anything really about drugs, but I know heroin is big. In fact, heroin is a big problem. There's a lot of overdoses going on, and heroin is, I think, more popular than ever.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely, a lot of people are using it for sure.
Yeah, my mom was telling me that's the big problem up my old stomping ground, southeastern Ohio, and I think it is a lot of places.
A lot of times they snort it. You think heroin, they're always using needles. Not everyone's doing that. And in fact, your boy Artie Lang, that's what he would do. He would snort his heroin.
Snort it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just about taking a needle and shooting it up. There's different ways to get to it.
I didn't know that.
And I've heard the thing about heroin, the first time you do it, it is the most unbelievable unbelievable, fantastic high. You're just like, oh my gosh, this is the best your body's ever felt.
They say you can become hooked really quick.
Well,
I mean, real quick.
Well, they say the first time hooks you because what happens, your first experience is so amazing. And then when you go back to your second, it may be good, but it's not as good. And then your third is not as good. And then
Really?
That's the problem with heroin is it takes a little bit more and more. If you remember that song, Mr. Brownstone by Guns N' Roses, that's kind of what they're saying. It's like, but it used to take
do a little, but
now-
a little wouldn't do it. Now a little got more and more.
Yeah, and that's kind of what they're saying with the heroin. It's like, yeah, it used to just be a little bit would get you there, and now you're next thing you know, you're fully hooked and you're doing tons of it.
Well, I heard too, a lot of times when you get so badly hooked, you have to get your fix just to feel not sick. You're not
Right,
even getting
yeah.
even like really that high anymore. You're just trying to do it to get normal.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh, it's so depressing.
They say somebody sent in a text that it's cheaper than opioids, so apparently it's probably the cost, and I would explain why in my area where I grew up, there's not a lot of money there. So
Really, Logan sounds like they're really
no, I know. Oddly
they're
enough,
flourishing up there.
Logan is in an economic area known as Appalachia, and it's the poorest part of the entire country. And so, yeah,
Really, the
yeah.
entire country?
Yeah, it extends down into West Virginia and parts of Kentucky and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, there were trailers in my area that didn't have indoor plumbing. They had outhouses.
Is
still.
that the area that kind of like this is my mom? She's also my lover and my girlfriend.
Honestly, that's a stereotype of that area.
So it's not like that.
No, I never saw people that were, inbred and sleeping with one another. And
Look at my sister, man, and she hot as shit.
never knew of anybody that ever had sex with an animal. So yeah,
Really? I know some people down here in South Florida that's done that.
yeah. I don't know if that area has any higher levels of it. So I mean, there's a lot of other ridiculous crap going on, but
Oh, yeah.
no, I don't think that's it. Got this email from Madison, said, hey, just caught the tail end of the regular show and heard you talking about ice in certain drinks. I work as a yacht stewardess.
Ooh.
And we usually spend a lot of time in the Caribbean and other places where it's relatively hot. And alcohol is never in short supply, and a lot of it is usually wine. So to help keep the white wine cold for our guests, I throw 4 to 5 frozen grapes in the glasses. That way the wine won't get watered down.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I got that message from a few different people. I will start doing that. Frozen grapes.
Brilliant.
Another little trick for you soda lovers is take your soda, put it in your ice cube tray, freeze that, and then you put soda ice cubes so when it melts, it's not really water, it's soda that's melting.
Wow. Mm-hmm. This man has started through.
He has. Let me see. You got a lot of emails here. Still people talking about cheating and all that kind of stuff. Always one of the biggest topics that we have. Mandy had said, when I was 10, my mother's best friend had recently been divorced. So my mother would send my father to her house to help with things around the house, like broken washer, dryer, lawnmower, etc.
Broken vagina.
How he fixed that thing.
He patched it up real good.
A few months later, my mom left my dad, and my dad begged for months and months to come back. My mom's best friend would help my mom to not return to him. She would tell my mom how terrible he was, how much better she could do, etc.
Oh, no.
Then a few months after that, we found out that my dad and my mom's best friend were together the whole time.
What?
That's a different level of
That's messed
evil,
up.
man. That's
Yep.
that's so evil.
And 20 years later, I'm now 30. They are married and miserable with each other. And my mom and father still act like 5-year-olds who can't be near each other, which leads to a pet peeve of mine. When you divorce with kids, act like adults for your children.
No kidding, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, she saw that as a kid. If you don't think that's screwing up that kid, of course it is.
Samantha said, do you know about the texting apps? That's how the cheaters communicate a lot of times. It's a different phone number, and they can open an app, call you from it, text, just like a real phone. If they don't answer, it just goes to email. So if they don't tell you, you don't know it's not their real phone number.
Damn, man.
Wow.
It's so many layers of just deceit. How do you know what's real anymore?
You don't.
I mean, you really gotta get the right person and trust them and hope for the best.
I'm glad I'm not in the game like you.
You don't have ever any issues with not trusting Panda, right? Have you ever had a moment where you're like, what is he doing?
No, I mean, no, not really.
Because he's not a cheating type.
No, he's not a cheating type, but he's also not a mysterious type either. And so he did something kind of mysterious a few weeks ago, and I was like, "What's up with that?"
Well, let's get into it. Can we get into
I'm trying
it?
to remember. What did I?
I'm trying to remember what I can and cannot say on the air.
I flat out accused him of something, and I'm trying to remember what I said.
Well, here we go.
Oh no, that
Well,
sounds,
here we go.
that sounds miserable for Panda.
I wasn't right,
Oh, that's
but
I wasn't
it didn't
right.
stop me.
So you accused him and you were wrong? God, that sucks for Panda. It's his birthday. You better take care of him.
I tried to last night.
You did. How'd that go?
We put the kids in the bath, and usually when you put the kids in the bath, you have 15 minutes.
You put Mags and Rocco?
Mags and Rocco together. They have fun. They splash around. It's a big, huge tub. They love it. But I don't know. There's bath drama. Rocco kept getting water in his eyes and screaming, and so I kept having to go into the bathroom and make sure everybody was okay and no one was drowning. And
Oh, so
What were you guys? He's trying to get a piece? A little birthday piece?
yeah, just trying to give him a little birthday dome.
little birthday dome, huh?
Birthday
And he's
dome.
playing yo-yo, huh?
Oh, that's tough for him, too.
Oh, that's real
Stop,
tough.
go,
exactly.
stop, go.
That's what happened. I
Poor
think
guy.
It was too many stops and goes. He just threw in the towel.
He's like, fuck, I'll go in the corner and do it myself.
He really had a towel, huh? Wow.
Yeah, didn't work out.
Did he disappear later?
Yeah, he went in the corner and finished himself off. Where's Panda at? Well, you got tonight.
Yes, there's always tonight.
You got I'll even watch the kids.
That
Or
seems
he'll
safe.
blow him. What do you want? Do you want to have him watch the kids or
Blow
blow
the
'em?
kids? Oh.
No, blow Panda. Come on, get your mind out of the
Jeez,
gutter.
good
Jeez.
Lord. Wow. This is from Caitlin. Said, I couldn't call today when the segment about married people on dating apps came on. I've been on some dating sites for a little while now, and I've noticed a common theme about married men's profiles. I tend just to call them out now when they message me. It's become fairly easy to spot. One, they generally only have one profile picture, and their face cannot be seen fully. If they have multiples, the other is a faraway picture. Once again, the face is not very visible.
Oh yeah.
That is one of the biggest clues. Also, they may not want to give a phone number, so they suggest connecting over a messenger app like Kik or Snapchat.
Yes.
On occasion, some do have burner phones. They often do have a fake Facebook account to link to some apps like Bumble, OKC, and Tinder. I found one that created its profile the prior week, and it had all the same pics as the app.
Yeah, it'd also be suspect. Another key to see if someone's kind of messing with you or lying. Check their friends out. If they only have like 9 friends and they're all, if it's a chick and they're all dudes, it's a catfish. Or if it's a guy trying to catfish a girl and they're all girls, there's ways to, without a doubt, see if that guy's lying or not. Mm-hmm. The other thing too is you can tell by when they got on Facebook. If they just joined 2 days ago, they're lying to you.
Yeah.
Saw this out today. They said if you want to have a good balance in life, try not to spend more than 30 minutes a day on Facebook. A new study found that people who use social media for more than 2 hours a day are twice as likely to feel socially isolated. So nothing wrong with social media, but you got to learn what the limits are. And they say 30 minutes seems to be about the perfect amount for people on a daily basis.
You can sink into a depression from social media without a doubt. People that are on it, or maybe you're reading shit you don't like, even just the news alone can get you down.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Let me see. This email from Al in the Pizzle said, wondering if it'd be possible to have Jaybird or someone start tweeting out the thought of the day. I think it's a big part of the show that can be shared with everyone. It's always good to spread the positivity.
Really? Mm-hmm. They want it on social media?
Can we check that email address and see if it links back to an account owned by Jason?
I don't know how to do fake email. They can't do that shit.
Too much, huh?
We used to put it on our Facebook wall, but that stopped.
Oh.
We don't do that anymore. Is that because Jesse's no longer... Was she the one putting that up? Our thought of the day on the Facebook wall?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why. I'll start putting it on if people really want it.
Yeah.
Or person wants it.
Person really wants it.
I think people liked it. This is something that could be... What am I missing here?
They got blue?
They got blue. You don't have to do the blue star. Sorry, we have a video we're shooting after the show.
Yeah, it was like, I saw all the eyes. Or like something mysterious is happening behind me. It makes you a little nervous.
They walked in with something for a bit, and they got blue food.
Oh, darn it. They got a blue Slurpee. I wonder who told them to get that. It's for mine. It's not for yours. We got 10 slurps.
You know that you're not allowed to have blue either.
You ain't my wife. I ain't Panda.
I can't watch other people consume blue.
You're not going to. Don't worry about it.
You're always messing with me.
All right.
I'm just over here being nice.
Ivan sent in this email. He said, let's walk down memory lane, shall we? Back when you guys were at the Miami station before things went to hell, my aunt introduced me to your show. I love the bits you guys did, from Facebook fishing to singing karaoke without being able to hear yourself. What really pulled me into the show was the Top 5 Jason Misquotes of the Week segment you guys played every Friday. I noticed that Jason has been murdering the English language quite a bit recently, and I was wondering if you guys have any plans to bring it back. Would it be better suited for the podcast to accommodate for more adult conversations of his butchering and to grant Jason's and our wish of giving 5 more mins to Friday's podcast? Also, I found this website that conveniently breaks up your show into small 2 to 7 minute segments. You know, that was, I went on that and checked that link. What that was just a website that we have. We do that now on SoundCloud. So I sent them the link on that. If you go onto SoundCloud and you hit the KVJ show, then boom, it'll be right there. So we put a lot of our segments up individually so you can go and pick and be like, oh, that looks fascinating. I'd like to hear that one. There's a SoundCloud app too. So if you want to do it on your mobile phone and listen on the way home, then you can do that as well. The only thing is just you would have to be able to, hit the next one, all that kind of stuff. So
Gotcha.
you can do it. We do offer that. So that's his deal. So there you go. Rachel, she said, this is my first time emailing in. My boyfriend got me hooked on the show about 2 years ago. I listen almost every morning. I love you guys. I had a question about Virginia and Panda. I know Panda and Jason have been friends for years, but I was just curious if there's a story on how you, Panda, and Virginia first met and started dating.
They both try to be all coy. So who's your friend with the nice hair? Oh, that's my buddy Kevin. Then Kevin or Panda would be like, so what's up with Virginia? She's single now? I'm like, you guys are so... Okay, what's going on here? I sniffed it out within... I could tell by Virginia's body language. I could tell by Panda, by their tone. So I'm like, well, let's make this shit happen. And I talked to Virginia first. I said, look, my buddy's asking about you. Really? He's good looking. But I think you had mentioned, you had a side comment, as I know when Virginia does not like somebody.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't going down
It's
that way.
kind of obvious.
Yeah, it was obvious that she had a good vibe towards Panda. It wasn't like, ugh, who's this fuckface? She does with some people.
Only 90%
Only
of
90,
your friends.
Yeah, that's why I knew something was different. So I played a little matchmaker, and I said, I think Virginia is interested in you, Panda. I didn't call her Panda at that point. But
That'd have been weird. It wasn't his name.
He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, really? I go, let's set some shit up. And did we go on a group thing first?
We did. Our first date was a group date in a party bus with a bunch of Jason and Panda's friends and then a bunch of my friends.
Oh, is that the infamous
Yes.
strip club night?
We went on a strip club tour.
Really?
We went
Okay.
to Cheetah's.
Uh-huh.
We went to Rachel's. We were all over. It was before Monroe's.
Yeah, it was 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, was that probably longer now? How long ago was that?
Gosh, we're about to have our 5th wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
So
right.
6 years ago. 6.5 years ago.
Yeah, almost 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? Was that the night that Jay-Bird got overcharged for the lap dances?
It was.
Well, that wasn't, honestly, because we had so many people around. I thought everything was like inclusive as a radio thing. I didn't know what was going on. So when
This Russian girl had him in the corner.
I you know me.
Jaybird, I give you dance. You like?
I don't like strip clubs as it is. They
Yeah.
they don't appeal to me. I don't like them.
She goes, do you want me to keep going?
Well, I didn't even want to do the thing. I didn't even want to get the lap dance.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, get the lap dance. I'm thinking, oh, this is like a video. We're doing like a fun thing. And it was the 3rd song, and I didn't know how this stuff worked.
Jaybird, do you want me to keep going?
She does. She goes, do you want me to keep going? I go, yeah, sure. We got
Sure,
people
why not?
watching.
Don't let me stand in the way of you having a good time, honey.
It's okay. That would be $300. I go, wait, what? I go, I'm paying for this?
I still have the bill because I saved it. I found it the other day when I was going through a drawer. It was from Rachel's for $300.
I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't know. Then I go, no, I don't want to. I gotta pay for this. I gotta get up.
He got up.
In the
He was
middle
so
of the lap
mad.
dance.
They had to
No.
go walk him outside to the party bus because he was screaming.
Well, because I was drinking. It wasn't good. Well, then everyone's like, you owe the money. I go, I didn't want to even do this. Yeah, you did. I'm like, no, I didn't.
I asked you to keep going, and you said yes.
Oh, of course. It was very public. There was a lot of drama.
A lot of drama, public, yeah. Kind of par for the course, huh?
People were giving me ice chips in the bus.
Calm down.
Well,
Calm
ice
down.
chips.
Come on, you're heating it up. Suck on an ice chip, dick face.
My two girlfriends, the lesbians, were calming him down.
They did. They were like,
on the butt. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
no,
It's
you
gonna
don't,
be
you
okay.
don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it, boo.
I paid for it, boo.
Look, I didn't want. It was your fucking idea. You should have paid for it.
I talked him down because everything's negotiable in the strip
okay,
club.
right,
I didn't pay $300. I think I paid $150.
Well, I just never would have done. I never would have gotten the lap dance if I would have thought that.
And that's why
Sure,
it's so
yeah.
funny, because she asked him, should I keep dancing?
But she asked me by the fourth song. No one told me there was prices.
They're like Disney, man. They know how to separate you from your money.
They
That's the
do.
one thing, yeah.
I've seen buddies fall apart where the girl will start talking to him, and my buddy legit thought she was into him. I go, dude, what are you doing? He's like, she's asking me about how I feel about my ex-girl. I go, she's trying to get fucking money off of you. No, man, I think she likes me. I go, no, she does not.
You
funny
can
to
find love
watch,
in the
yeah.
strip club.
You don't often. It comes with a price.
How good looking was your guy friend? That's what it's all about.
I mean, I give him a 6.
Out of 10?
Even if you're good looking,
not good.
although I've heard some strippers, if you offer them some money, they will give a little. If you ask,
Dome?
a little dome. Oh yeah, I know a couple,
Champagne room?
I've known a couple ball players where some old strip clubs that aren't here anymore, they would go there and yeah, they'd get their little willy sucked. I didn't know what else.
Thank you for that, yeah.
I like the pause.
I was trying
Thank you.
to clean up my language a little bit.
Yeah, sucked. This one from Ashley said, I've been a long-time listener and finally finding time to write you guys. Just wanted to tell you how much I appreciate everything you do. I got about an hour commute every day, and being able to stream your shows and podcasts to preserve my sanity. She's doing nursing school right now.
Okay.
It's been a bigger challenge than I could have ever imagined, but no matter how stressful the day has been or how many patients have yelled at me when I listen to the after the show, I can laugh and forget about it for a while, so thank you. On another note, I can't believe all the hate mail you guys get. I get that maybe the show isn't for everyone, but maybe just don't listen if that's the case. People get so fired up, and you guys always handle it way better than I could. And last thing, a new brewery just opened up next to Bangin' Banjos in Pompano. So if you guys like Bangin' Banjos, this one is great too. I believe it's Holy Mackerel. I've seen that
cool.
around. And, anyway, thank you guys for everything you do and for always being there to brighten my day.
Do you ever get emails that are so mean and hateful where you see them before we do and you're like, that might crush some people. I'm not going to read it. Or do you pretty much read all of the hate stuff?
I read a lot of them. I mean, it's rare that I censor that kind of stuff. But, there's some of it that it's like, especially if it's something that might have a point or it's a debatable point about something that they didn't like.
I'm cool with. But if it's just like your fucking show sucks and Kevin's a dick and so are you.
There are some people, and because you see repeat things where they try to troll on a member of the show, and it's nothing. I mean, there's no meat to it. It's just
Sure.
okay.
Yeah.
If it's something like it's valid or it's calling to task like the way we speak or this or that, then I bring it up because it's a debatable topic.
When we did the 5 question or when we were on the hot seat, we got into the argument on the air, and those were good because they had a legit complaint of why they did or did not like that segment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, those things I like. But otherwise, no.
But I wasn't sure if you get one like, Virginia is just the worst, blah, 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 and Jason needs to die. Like, do you not
Die.
I've gotten that before.
Yeah, I mean, there we all get, stuff like that. So, we've all got our detractors.
Funny enough, the worst email we ever got was from Denny's mom.
Yeah.
She still ranks
It's
supreme.
number one. It's number
she
one.
ranks
It is number one,
supreme.
yeah.
Good luck. Anybody who wants to come at us hard, you'll never top her.
You'll never, ever beat that email.
Try.
And it's so amazing that her son is Peace Train.
And loves it here.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. All righty, let me see here. Anything else we got going on? I think that's about it for today. All good. Get your emails to us for tomorrow, mail at kvjshow.com. Guys, enjoy your Tuesday. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.